The 4 best tips to stay motivated and win. There is no secret to staying motivated, despite what many experts will tell you. There is no right and there's no wrong, but there are clues to success that we can follow. Take my high-performing clients as an example. I asked 10 of my clients what was the number 1 aspect of their goal that kept them motivated and allowed them to follow through. We got a range of results, so let me go through the top 4. Before I go into the number 1 tip, I'd like to help you visualize something, because studies show that visualization is a proven technique that works. Images have a powerful impact on our brain, and if we can see something, run through the process of doing something mentally and then follow through on the action itself, then you'll be more likely to be successful. So let's imagine your goal right now. Here is the goal at the top of the mountain. Right now, this is you starting on your journey. The difficult thing about this mountain is that you may have already been here or even here, but now you are back down to here. And the first thing you need to do, as hard as it can be, is accept your current position, your circumstances, obstacles, and environment. Forget looking back to when you were here. Just live in the here and now. Have you done that? If you have, then we can move on. If not, and you're struggling to accept where you are right now, and you can't stop looking back, then prioritize this as your main focal point. Outline what makes you feel that you are ahead of yourself, and explore what you were doing when you were closer to the peak of the mountain before trying to climb it again. Without acceptance, we can't progress to the next stage, and that is your strategy. Look at this mountain from the bottom up. The closer you get to it, the bigger it looms. The excitement of starting your journey can waylay to fear and doubt within yourself, but harnessing this fear and doubt will be your key to long-term change. So when we look up and our eyes are focused on this, the peak, then you inevitably can't see the small steps ahead of you. You can easily trip up, and if you struggle with motivation, then you may stay down, or worse, you may come tumbling down the mountain. So let's bring your eyes to this level. What can you see ahead of you? What is it at your eye line that you can focus your attention on? Right now, you don't have to be a professional to achieve the goal that's at your eye level. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have everything nailed down. But let's say you choose one thing that will benefit everything else that you're doing. For example, sleep. How about managing your stress? Avoiding the common issue of being reactive as opposed to proactive. Improving your activity levels. What is it that you can grasp with both hands right now and run with? Nail this goal. Don't stop focusing on this until you have a solid solution in place that you are happy with and you have formed valuable habits around. Don't see that shiny object over there and jump at it. Every time you achieve a new level, stop. Don't do anything for a moment and acknowledge your success. Look at what you did. Look at what you did differently to before and appreciate what it took mentally and emotionally to make that goal conceivable and tangible. Stay on this until you're ready to look back up and see what the new level holds for you if you truly want long-term success. You can rinse and repeat the same thought process until you reach the very top of this mountain, and you will. For some, it will take longer than others, depending on how much priority you place on each step and how much time you're willing to dedicate towards that end goal. I mean, you will have practiced this same model unwittingly through your academic life, your career, and even your relationships. So you already have great practice at being patient and collecting your just rewards. But make sure you are focused on your mountain and not the other person who may be climbing it at the same time. When you hit the peak, whatever that peak looks like for you, you need to set a new goal in place. You need to find a bigger mountain or switch the focus to something that excites you, something you couldn't have done at the start of this journey. Otherwise, it's easy to let the layers of success you built crumble into a distant memory. Have you pictured this mentally as I talked? Maybe you can sit down with your pen and paper and write down the levels of your mountain, what you will do differently at each stage, what you will implement, reflect on, and even the time frames you would like to work within for each section. As you ponder your mountain, I would like to leave you with 4 repeating themes that cropped up with my high-performing clients. Number 1, motivation is fleeting. To make it last, choose an internal driver for your goal, such as being the role model you wish to be for your family. Longevity, so that you can be the parent that you wish to be for your children and your grandchildren. Or the value of looking and feeling physically, physiologically and psychologically at your best. But make sure you also have an external motivator, a time, a date, an event, something that will give you deadlines to work to with each habit change that you make. Number 2, garner support for your goal. It could be the people in your family or your social environment. Ensure they are encouraging you in your efforts and supporting you in a constructive manner with their criticisms. It's easy to let someone in on your goal that may have positive intentions with their views, but whether it's through poor delivery, a lack of understanding of the subject itself, or through negative talk, they cloud your vision and make you less clear on your deliverables. Be selective and be prepared to listen. Number 3, don't stop until you are done. A really telling sign of a truly successful client. They see 30 minutes of cardio work set in their plan. They see the heart rate goal that they're meant to work towards in that time frame. The ones that fall short of their goal will often get off after 20 to 25 minutes because nobody's watching, and in their mind it's only 5 to 10 minutes, so how much will that hurt? The successful clients will use the first 5 minutes to build their heart rate up to the desired goal, and then do 35 minutes in total to make sure they're within their goal heart rate parameters for the work that has been set. It also applies to your nutrition, to your lifestyle habits, such as sleep, walking, and even following the guidelines we provide for eating habits. Don't stop until you are done. 4, acknowledge your wins. The small wins will happen daily. It may be your ability to stay true to your goal whilst being surrounded by cakes and snacks and drinks at work. It may be the fact you got up when you said you were going to get up, and you gave yourself 15 minutes room just to plan ahead for your day and attack it with intention. It may be the fact you managed to hit a gym session and it felt slightly easier than the last time you did that program. You have to acknowledge these wins over the scale weight or movements and body circumference measurements, because it will be these habits and actions that will compound to ensure success in the long-term goal that you're aspiring to. If you aren't currently doing any of this, or you feel it's okay to skip this part of your journey, then please take that step back, set this up for yourself, and you will break the cycle and change the narrative for the goals you are setting in 2020 and beyond.